everybody, hello or welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruth Venom. I hope you guys are having an amazing day and amazing week so far. I would love to hear if you guys have any plans for this week. I know we are, in the springtime and it's getting close to summer, which I'm so excited. Do you guys have any summer plans? I would love to hear them. But this video is a long time coming. It is kind of like a 2-month around there variation. Maybe a little bit over 2 months of the review for the Jeffree Star Skin, which I'm pretty excited. I remember I reviewed the product right when it came out, my first impressions and everything. And while I have been doing my skincare and everything, I've been taking pictures of the days going on. So the question is, does it really work? Have I seen any improvements in my skin? At the very end, I will take my makeup off and I'll kind of show you like more how it is now. But I am going to put photos up and we're going to go over kind of like day 1 and day 8. So on the screen, we have me facing forward. It's with day 1, which is on the left side. And this was the day that I started it. I took these right before bed. Most of these are all before bed. And on the left side, on day 1, you can definitely see I have like blemishes and stuff. On day 8, on the front view, you can definitely see that I do have newly breakouts. I think it's kind of normal when you start a new routine that your face can kind of break out from it not being so used to, the new products on your face. And I think this is what happened with day 8, that I started breaking out, which you can see on my chin and kind of like a little redness, little bit, but not too bad. I have a side view on my right side, which is mostly my good, somewhat my good side. You can definitely see, I have redness on my cheek with those 3 little dots. I've always had those 3 little dots. I don't know what's going on, but you can definitely see there's some redness. Mostly I've always had redness, but you can definitely see it right here. And you can kind of see some of my scars on my cheek and definitely noticed how big my pores are. On day 8, a little bit of the redness and a couple more, breakouts. Like I said, probably because I wasn't used, this is a new products I'm putting on my face, so it's probably like, what's going on? But that is what it looks like, my skin on day 8. Side, we show that, not so much breakout on the first day. A little bit of redness, can definitely see my scars from, just acne scars, some blemishes. And on day 8, obviously you can see the new acne scar, you can definitely, on day 8 you can definitely see the new acne bump. A couple of them emerge, but not too bad on this side. A little bit blemish. But before I start showing you day 23/43, which 43 was last week, I do have sensitive skin. So it's very hard to always, and I have sensitive and really oily skin, so it's always hard to always have a clear non-acne face all the time. Also, there was some days that I missed moisturizer and the toner and all that, but just want to throw that out there because that could have been an effect of why I'm not seeing. I mean, everyone's skin's different. I'm pretty sure. But now I'm going to put on the screen day 23. I'm going to show you on the screen right now. It has day 23 with 43. 43 was when I was sick. So I kind of wanted to get in there with like the variation, like what it would look like if you were sick. When I'm sick, I don't really wash my face. Well, I try to, but sometimes, when you're too sick and you're laying in bed and you feel like you're dying, the last thing you probably want to do is go wash your face. You just want to sleep and get rest. Definitely So, you know, there's not a whole lot of redness, but there is still some redness. What I have noticed during this time period that my pores and my scars were getting a little bit less noticeable. I mean, they were still there, but they were kind of getting a little bit lighter. I will show you at the very end a part of my skin that I've noticed that is like almost gone, but still looking at day 23. Obviously that zit took a while to disappear, and it's still there, but it's going. Like I said, a little bit of redness, but not too bad with the breakage. You know, everything looks like it's starting to, you know, get better. On day 43, this is when I was sick. Obviously, I don't know if you can tell, but for me, blowing my nose a lot, crusty, like dry skin, not crusties, but you know, like dry skin started to form on my nose, and I ended up getting this big gnarly zit on my forehead. But trying to wash my face and everything, it's not looking too bad. You can tell, I don't know how well you guys can see, but from day 23 to 43, you can start to see more of my skin is still getting clearer. The size of my pores are kind of getting a little bit lighter. That I always have, I think that's the mole on my cheek that you always see on my right side. Now, it looks like it's my left, which when you're looking at the picture, it's showing on the left side, but it's actually my right side. The one on the cheek is my mole, and then I always have that like red dot underneath my eye. But you can definitely tell like the acne that I did get previously before 23 is, you know, it's disappear. So the acne that's left on my face that's showing in day 23, it's, you know, disappearing on 43. But definitely a little bit redness. I think it's just because I was sick. Going on now to one angle on my left side, 23 versus 43. You can definitely tell, you know, it's healing. My skin looks more moisturized. It's not so like dry and patchy in a way, where everything's more crystal clear. You know, the scars are kind of like lighting up, but a little bit more, but not too drastically like gone. And the skin is clearing up more. 23 on this side. There was a little bit of redness again, but then on day 43 you can definitely tell that the redness is gone. And on day 43 compared to 23, you can definitely notice my skin is more calmer and more moisturized. I mean, there's a little bit of acne, but this is when I was sick. Because there is a new like zit on my temple if you can't see. But the skin is looking more clear, more moisturizer, and you can't really like notice my imperfections in the skin, which is really nice. I used to be really bad. I'm trying my best not to like pick at my acne. In the past, I used to be really bad at picking my acne, like popping it, and usually I'll leave it. For a while, I wasn't using my Pore Strips because I just wanted to see how the skincare naturally would deal with my blackheads, but especially on my nose, that's where I get it the worst, and they always continue. You know, when I started using them, they're not that bad. Recently, the other night, did a Pore Strip, so some of them, you know, did get taken off, but here in a little bit, I'll take out my makeup and tell you. But I think, in my honest opinion, like I'll show you for the facial toner, this is how much I have left in about like a little bit over 2 months. So these do last pretty long. The eye cream is probably like halfway. And with my moisturizer, I don't put too much on. I do it sparingly just because I don't want to break out. On some days I did add a little bit too much. I did notice my skin like being like, you need to stop. Moisturizer is good, but when you have sensitive and oily skin, it doesn't matter. For me, my skin doesn't like it. And how much I have left of mine, So I didn't cake it on a whole lot. I just like put on, and I'll show you how much I really put on when I have my face bare and stuff, and I'll show you how much I use on my face. But yeah, for 2 months, so that's not actually that bad. I think for the bundle I paid $71, and then I had to buy the eye cream separate, which was $23. So around like $100 if you're, which isn't bad if you're paying $100 for skincare and they're lasting over like 2 months. That's not like, that's like around like $50, and it's the cleanser too in it, and that's still like halfway full. I'm not really allergic to anything, but I think to be cautious, sometimes what happens when people try like a new skin product, they notice like rashes and everything, and they're like, well, I'm not allergic to. Sometimes that's how you find out you're allergic to stuff. So, and I think if I was more like continuously, like some days I did forget to like, I washed my face, but I didn't put like the, you know, the cleanser, the moisturizer on before I went to bed. I think that would make a little bit more difference in my skin how it is now. And then if I didn't get sick and did it like religiously like you would usually do with some days missing, my skin would probably be a little bit more conditioned. But I'm actually going to take off my face and I'll be right back to show you, and then I'll show you how much product I really use. And yeah, I'll be right back. Right, so I got all my makeup off. This is it without none of the moisturizer or anything on it. I do want to say previously, before I did Jeffree Star, the only stuff I really did was wash my face and use this Olay Micro Sculpting Night Cream, but I would use it in the day too. And I noticed my skin started like changing a little bit, like getting a little bit softer and everything. But previously, before that, I never really did skincare growing up. To give you a little bit backstory on why my skin was such a disaster in the first place, not making excuses, but reality. My parents are very old school, and they would pretty much say wash your face with soap. When I was a teenager, they would maybe get me, if I was lucky, like a face washing cleanser. That's about it. No moisturizer, no toner, no eye cream, no nothing. Because, I don't know, it's weird, like my mom will wash her face, just washing it. She won't really put any creams, and she has like perfectly like, I don't know, it's weird, like her skin's already like, not, like she does also have sensitive skin, but it's more with like makeup products. But she'll just wash her face and it'll be like nice, not really like, she doesn't have any wrinkles, and she's like in her 60s. And it's like me over here, I'm like, like acne scars, everything. But my parents didn't really teach me a lot about skincare, and that kind of stuck with me going into my younger 20s. So I'm trying to like have a more cleaner like eating lifestyle, so I'm hoping that will probably help my skin probably more. And once I get that down, I'm gonna go on my journey to quit smoking when I have that foundation down of healthy eating, because when I quit smoking before, healthy eating and was not in the forte, so it made quitting smoking a lot harder. So this time, with me having more of a cleaner diet, it helped me not, you know what I'm saying, like it will probably help my smoking experience quitting easier this time. So I think my skin will like clear up when both those are definitely in effect. But this is, I'm not gonna get too close, because if I get too close, the skin pixels will start like blurring my skin. I don't have any, see like that, like it will. So this is how close I'll get. So definitely on the forehead, that zit is still like present. But I noticed when I started using the products, my skin, you know, is obviously really soft. Even just washing my face and not having anything on is soft. With it continue like in the month, like I've noticed if I got like a little like zit, like a little blackhead zit right here, just me like pushing on my skin like that, like it would come out and then it would heal like in a couple days. But like this one, I haven't picked out, I'm just letting it run its course. So it's been over here for about over a little bit, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and it's dying down. It doesn't hurt, but it's going. A little dryness right here, but that's because I haven't put on anything, and it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So definitely time for a moisturizer. My pores on my forehead have gotten tinier, I have noticed. In the picture, I don't know if it really captured it, but I did have like kind of bigger pores up here. Nose, it's still, it needs work, but it's been like, you know, it's getting better. They're not as big pore blackheads. They're getting smaller. The pores right here have, you know, started to shrink a little bit more. And the scars I used to have on my cheek, you know, they're still there, but they're getting a little less, obvious, as you would say. They're kind of like starting to fade away, and which is nice. Acne scars, I used to really pick my face, like I said previously. So I do have scars, unfortunately, and hopefully with me keep on doing it and like keeping a routine, it'll help like kind of fade them out a little bit. And then I know if you do this, I know your skincare works way better. I know it sounds really weird, but when you shave your face, you know, when you get off your baby hairs, it also takes off the dead skin layer. So your skincare can actually penetrate your skin way better. I know that's what a lot of influencers do, like beauty gurus. Like that's how they get their face so shiny, and there's no hair. Like, that's because there's no hair on them. And also dermal rolling will help get your skincare deeper. I used to do dermal rolling. You can get them at home for home use. You don't put too much pressure because you obviously don't want your skin to bleed. That's mostly for in clinic with professionals, but it kind of like pricks at your skin and kind of opens up, you know, your little bits of your skin, and it creates more like collagen that way. I haven't done it for a while just because if you do any of those, you can't sweat, you can't do makeup for like 24 to 48 hours because your skin needs that breathiness, and half the time I don't know what I'm doing, so I need to start doing a schedule and start doing my dermal rolling again. But once I do that, my skincare and my scars will probably be less pronounced. Right here, what I've noticed right here, I have like a really bad like acne scar. Like it would divot in, and there was one right here. I don't know, like it's more, yeah, it's right here, and it's becoming really like hard to see anymore. So that's a good sign that I have noticed. Like the ones I have, like this one's deep still, but it's closing. It's not staying open, which is really weird. I don't know what it was. Like it was a scar and it would divot in, but this one's gone. This one's still there, kind of there, but it's healing. These ones aren't as dark anymore. This one kind of is, but it's getting there. That's a mole, so it's not going anywhere. The one thing I have noticed, but it could be because I don't drink a whole lot of water, which I'm starting to do, and trying to get more on a better sleeping schedule. I have noticed the wrinkles. I don't know how well. Let's see if I can look. Like I have some wrinkles right here, and it could be from when I was younger. I was never told to be like careful with your the skin underneath your eyes because they're really sensitive. But I'm hoping once I start drinking more water and getting healthier and sleeping normally, normal hours, these will start like fading away. They're not really noticeable that bad without makeup, but when I cake on my makeup, you can definitely see like these lines, and hopefully those will, you know, get better. I think I have noticed that is kind of like it's getting there, but it's not getting there. It's taking a while, so I think once I start taking better care of myself and drinking more water and all that, these will hopefully go. Noticed like my acne isn't as like bad. I still do have my flare-ups, but I have noticed that the blackheads besides right here aren't that bad. Heads, I get quite a bit. They're not as bad. These ones are previously. They're mostly before, but I think it's just time that they need to get out, that they're more up to surface. So maybe once my skin, when they come up more, then I'll probably like poke my skin a little bit, just like help them get out. But other than that, I'm not poking my skin. You know, I have for the last month been using Pore Strips, which that's helping, especially right here. I mostly put Pore Strips right here on my nose and right here at least once a week for the last month, so that's helping too. Because mostly blackheads should just be lifted off the skin. You don't want to like pinch it, because that can anything can really cause like skin damage, which is like really unfortunate. But so in my personal opinion, well, let me put on the stuff and then I'll tell you my like true opinion about the skincare. I can go in with my primer, toner water, whatever it is, which is really nice because what I have noticed, if you have like a zit coming on or something, you know, going on, it kind of gives it that like burning sensation. I don't know, I like it. So like when I got this big as it right here on my forehead, like my skin started burning right there, and then like it popped up the next day and I was like, oh. So it kind of like, in a way, it kind of like tells you when you're, like, that sounds weird. Like, it tells you when you're going to have a breakout. It's kind of weird. Like, you know what's going to happen before it happens. And then with my moisturizer, I'll show you. I usually use my pinky, and I'll start like that, dab it, and I'll kind of like rub it in. Like, I don't like using a whole lot because I don't want my skin to end up breaking out either. But maybe I'm just not using enough, maybe. I don't know. Usually, I don't know, I think I do use enough. Oh, I'm gonna put my finger in my nose. I don't know, I see like some people, like, they scoop up the moisturizer and lay it on their face, and I was like, it's a little bit too much. Because you at least want your skin to still breathe too. Alright, and I have noticed also, before I forget, I get really bad acne too down here. And it's kind of hard to like take pictures. Like, there's a zit that's like healing right there. And maybe some like little like teeny tiny little zits. I have noticed like using the skincare has helping that down too. Like, I'm not having like little bumps everywhere down there, which is really, really nice. And then with my eye cream, what I usually do is I kind of like pat it down a little bit, and then I use a scooper, because I noticed if I just like squeeze and move, I kind of put a little bit too much. Oops, kind of like that. And now it's kicked on there. Move a little bit, some more of that on here. I don't know, I usually with patting, I always use my ring finger on my pinky, because the index and the middle finger, you kind of have a little bit more movement of that, so it could end up being like a little bit too harsh putting it on your eye. So either like the ring finger or the pinky, just like tap it. So I think overall for the Jeffree Star skin products, I think it's definitely worth trying and seeing how your skin reacts. I think I'm gonna probably here in a week or two, I'm probably gonna have to get more stuff just so I have it ready to be there, especially with my toner. It's probably gonna be like probably like 3 weeks, maybe, if that, maybe 2-3 weeks of continuously using this every day, twice in the morning and at night. If I do my makeup, I do it after. Not the eye cream, well, sometimes it depends on how I feel. But I think at least try it. I really like it. I've been seeing improvements for my skin. When I was just using this stuff, I didn't notice any really difference, but I'm definitely seeing a difference, because these are the main key things you want to do. You know, cleansing, washing your face, toner, moisturizer and then eye cream. When you keep on doing that continuously, and I think if you were to like, you know, get the dead skin off your face, the hair, or either like dermal rolling, I think that would probably really make more of a better, and also like drinking water and eating a little bit healthier. If you're already not eating healthier, it would probably make a huge difference in your skin. Now, I did notice, I did use a clay mask once, and I don't know if maybe it turned bad or something, but it kind of did irritate my skin after, you know, once I got it off and then put this stuff on, because I did it at night. So I don't know if maybe it was just a mix of those two, or if it was bad, or if, I don't know, my skin just doesn't like it anymore because it's like liking the skincare routine with the products I have. But I think it's definitely worth it. I definitely wanted to do this review, not just like a couple weeks of using it. I definitely wanted to see how it'd be over a course of a couple months, because with skincare, it just doesn't happen like that. It takes a couple months to see a difference. I've already seen a difference, which I like, and I'm really curious, like in half a year, in like 3 more months. If you guys would like a review on that, I can do that. Just let me know. But yeah, I would love to hear your guys' opinions. If you have tried this Jeffree Star Skin, are you guys liking it? Is your skin looking different? Is it healing? Or is your skin reacting to it? Are you breaking out? I would love to hear your guys' opinions and experience if you guys have used the Jeffree Star Skin. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.